LG for Paradox.
Yep.
Dev's working with 21, unfortunately. Oh, good rocket from Dev. One more would do it. He's looking for the shot, not going to get it. And Paradox can recover. Dev still thinks he can get himself a red armor at that point, but nope. Top of the donut's not going to be safe for Dev. 21-3. Unfortunately for everybody in this tournament, DM6 really is Paradox's home. If he ends up going to the final, that is going to be best of 5, so it won't be like a huge thing. My current prediction is Paradox BPS, honestly, with BPS calling Aerowalk and Paradox calling DM6. Which will leave, you know, Blood Run in the pool, which is not Paradox's favorite. And then a few other wild cards. Oop, there we go, Dev getting in on the telefrag. Getting a little bit cheeky. But it's just an open door right now. It's up to Dev to walk through it. And Paradox ends up getting a spawn, which is a good frag opportunity for Dev, but he's going to be more focused on this red. He's like, where is it? When is it? Can I have the red armor? Please and thank you. But no Mega for Paradox either. But now Dev has to absolutely go on the hunt and track every sound from Paradox. He's got plenty of rockets, plenty of cells. He's ready for this fight. Might need a pit stop for red armor. I mean, denying Paradox the LG is going to be far less important right now than, you know, getting up close and personal with Paradox. Getting that first rocket in and making it a lead-in for the next. And there's a very nice one. We heard a close spawn out by cells. Now Paradox is coming back into Mega. And of course, Mega's respawning. Paradox actually wanted it. He thought that Dev was going to be more focused on the red, but that could still end up punishing, could be a bad thing for Dev. But he's able to get a clean pickup. 1 minute 30 seconds, 8-22. You don't really get the respawn opportunities in DM6 like you do other maps. Every frag is hard won, and that is going to be all of Dev's stack just gone. Like, if he doesn't make it back to this red, well, he might still make it back to red first. No, he's going to be getting a, oh, he's here. It's going to be a mutual frag suicide. Paradox spawning top donut. Red is open for him and in the bag. Dev finally breaking double digits, but it's not going to be enough against Paradox on DM6.
I have to say, this is the best we've seen anyone do against Paradox on DM6.
It's infuriatingly close to being something like Momentum at a Dev. He's had a couple suicides, however. In fact, if we take a quick look. Oh, is my scoreboard not working? Yeah, the scoreboard. Hey, scoreboard.
I'm sorry, we don't have scoreboards here.
I guess not. Something happened to my tab. All right, fine. Fine. I don't need it anyway.
You let Quake World players near this computer.
Yeah, they mucked it all up with their grubby little fingers. All right, but 30 seconds. And Paradox taking DM6 is a sentence I feel like I've said several times today. But this means that this will be Dev's last chance to stay in the running, in the bracket, in the playoffs. And again, just like last night in 2v2, this really comes down to who's still got energy at the end of the day. LAN parties aren't just about who can play better. They're about who can play better over the period of, how long have we been live now? We've been live for 12 hours.
And the other thing is that I saw Paradox, and he was the last person in bed, so he might be the most rested.
Is that how the math works out? I'm not
well,
so certain.
Look at BPS.
Yeah,
look at Locktar. Both took those wonderful naps.
Yeah. Well, looks like it's going to be. Oh,
look at me.
Working like at all. Like those buttons are working. All right, fine. All right, we've got Aerowalk coming up next. Let me go ahead and update scores really quickly because these guys are going to be going at a blistering pace. No rest for the Wicked as we get into it.
Hi, I'm Wicked.
Apparently we all are here. One win up for Paradox here in the quarterfinals. Last map, last chance for Dev, who is currently going to be taking the first and second frags 20 seconds into the map.
Well, yeah, it's a map that's not the last one. No donut shop for Paradox.
Nope. So this should be a better pick for Dev. It's a newer map for Paradox, so he's still learning it.
He's only had, what, 20 years?
Only 20, yeah. You need 21 minimum to feel comfortable. Something about that 10,000 hours of mastership.
How did they ever play it before then?
You know. Sticks and stones.
Very uncomfortably?
Yeah. 1 minute knocked off. 1 frag for each of them with some of these suicides. Do I have my scoreboard yet? There it is. Nice. Nice and unbroken. So 3 kills for Dev, but unfortunately 2 suicides.
Oh, Dev.
Paradox on the red. Mega coming up. Dev's be eating a spawn frag or 2. Trying to rain down some of these rockets onto Mega, but not hitting anything. That is a full 200-200 for Paradox. He is going to be a beast here, expecting Dev to spawn red because of course he would, but no such luck for Dev this time. But Dev's only down by the 2. Paradox top of the map. Certainly rocketable. Dev, I mean, this is always a difficult angle to defend, but he knocked off all that armor, all that Mega. There's still a red up for Paradox, but okay. So essentially, he canceled Mega is what that fight was all about. Not much else. Dev wants to move back into mid so bad, but it's going to be denied him. Paradox now waiting for Mega, and we're just a couple seconds away from... Oh, no, he's actually up top.
Ooh.
He got the steal for the red. He was waiting for it. Paradox was creeping over, thought something was up, but Dev might be able to turn this into a frag for him. Good LG, but the rocket from Paradox is going to be just strong enough to get the frag back.
Needs to find him if he's going to do anything.
Yeah, before this red comes up, let's see if Dev shows up. If not, it's going to be back to square one, resetting the clock, resetting the status quo.
We're back at it.
Paradox is up 6-1. Dev clawing for any kind of damage. So a rough start here for Dev, especially after those opening seconds, getting 2 very quick frags. Paradox waiting up for red. Yeah, he's not going to ask Dev's permission to go for it. He's just going to get it.
Well, but we're done with the 2-on-2s. You don't have to ask your teammate anymore.
As if they ever did anyway.
Well, they are gentlemen.
Yeah, well, something like
scholars.
That. Something like that. 6-0. Paradox just maintaining the run. Dev just running at Paradox, trying to make something happen before the next red is picked up, but 3 seconds to Mega with the yellow just behind it. This could be something for Dev. But Paradox is just able to slide in on the red. Yellow is up, but Dev really can't be anywhere near it. Oh, watch out for that grenade. Good rockets finally, but that's just going to allow Paradox to steal the yellow and the body block mid-map. Dev just can't move anywhere without Paradox getting in his way.
I think Paradox is quite taken with making sure we are wrong. Just because he thinks it's a Kenya map doesn't mean he's bad at it.
Yeah, well, we'll have to squash this map down and call bravado. 4 minutes knocked off the clock and a lot of hope knocked out of Dev, I'm sure. Is he finally making a play on this Mega? Does he have any of that left? 66 health. No yellow for him just yet. Paradox is going to be back on the red. If Dev can't get this yellow, well, it's not going to feel good. Those rockets are nice. All right, more of that. But Paradox has yellow at his back. Dev is able to get the pickup. I'm willing to call that a yellow armor steal at this point because Paradox has been grabbing absolutely everything on the map. Dev finally getting a Mega as well. And another suicide, so 3 frags, but they're not on the board. It's going to be a straight 0 here. So yeah, Paradox has been looking very strong all day. More than ready for what the duel tournament has had in store, no matter how long it takes. Halfway through, and I just want to see Dev get something back here. Really looks like the wind's been going out of his sails.
Wind's going out of everybody's sails.
Wind's gone out of his sails. The ship split in 2. He's going to need a Paradox just to pull into harbor. All right, that was a stretch. It's late. Cut me a break.
I mean, Dev's been stretching since yesterday.
And how? I think he's a little bit taller than he used to be. All right, but hey, it's got a frag on the board. Unfortunately, it's in the other direction. He's now at -1. He started with 2. 2-0 to 18 to -1. How have things gone so sideways for Dev?
Wait, he's +2.
Nope, that's a big fat negative.
Oh,
yeah.
The HUD doesn't show negatives.
Right, the HUD tries to soften the blow a little bit.
You know, it's a nice
Bit of moral
HUD.
support.
We believe in you.
Unfortunately, Aerowalk doesn't believe in Dev at the moment. Paradox is looking just fine, taking some notes from BPS here. Playing mid-map a hell of a lot. and just showboating with some of this. But Paradox is showing that with this strength on Aerowalk, BPS might not have an easy time there. That'll be the biggest potential for upset if BPS wins DM6 or BPS loses Aerowalk. Or the final could be something entirely different. We've still got players like Locktar in the mix. We've still got Greco up there.
I want to see Skull again, honestly.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Why you gotta break my
Blood Dog is in there,
buns?
yeah. All right, so 3 minutes left. 21 on Nil. And Nil is actually good news for Dev. He's got these frags back, but Paradox is not going to be making it easy for him. Dev with the frag.
Is
2
it a
seconds
frag?
to Red. Mega's up, Red's up. He needs to get something here. There it is. We have to assume that Paradox is going to be on that Mega. Yellow in 3. Dev can expect to find a fight here. But he's just moving everywhere, including in the doorways. It's good practice for Quake champions. But yeah, final 3 minutes, and Paradox has gone silent. Not something I expected, and just casually brushing him off midair. Not even to a rocket frag. Just, nope. Just, no, you're not jumping over here right now. Dev knocked down, Paradox back in charge.
This is my ledge. Get your own. Get your own map.
Yeah, when BPS was designing this HUD, he didn't imagine that anybody would be going into the negatives. But I could confirm that Dev is +1 now. Which I'm still not sure if it's better or worse than 0, but I know it's better than -1.
Yes.
No problem there. Final 2 minutes, and this is going to be the final 2 minutes of Dev in the tournament. Still swinging hard, though. Pulling together a Mega. Converting over to Red. All right, 2 minutes. 26 frags, let's go. This is the run that Dev needed 8 minutes ago.
Yes.
Before he started killing himself. But he's got plenty of rockets, plenty of LG. Just not a whole lot of inkling of how Paradox is going to be avoiding the Red. Red spawned up, and now he doesn't have the health to rocket jump. Having to push out to that teleporter for rocket jump fuel is always a little bit risky, but Dev is still alive. But getting pinned to the wall by Paradox. And this LG is going to be absolutely brutal. Just the 31% for him here, but making good use of it in the final moments. And final moments, final minute coming up. Paradox breaking 30. And it goes to show that you can be a neophyte to Quake World and have a 40-5 match on Aerowalk, or you can be some of the best in the business, some of the die-hardiest of the die-hardy boys. Coming to a LAN party 20 years after the release of a game from all over the world.
20+ years.
Just to play for 12+ hours every day.
Well, they have to fit it in somewhere in their life.
Yeah, and you can still have matches that are 40-5. Still happens. Don't feel bad. Just get in, get playing, get wrecked. But it's all part of life. It's all part of the circle of stuff.
Too true, too true.
All right, 33 on 6. And Devis is hoping for a mulligan, but that may come in the form of a pillow and a blanket and a mattress at this point. Final 10 seconds, and Dev can gracefully bow out of the playoff bracket.
Dev has truly won, actually, tonight, out of all of us.
Oh,
He gets to go to bed.
so much work, but there we have it. 33-7, and that is a yell of anguish. I don't know if everybody else heard that.
Oh, my heart.
But there we have it. Dev knocked out. Good night to him. We're going to see him walking off that direction pretty soon, I'm sure. All right, he hasn't stood up yet. It's fine. It's fine, really. Everything's fine. All right, so that's one match down. We're going to be going into semifinals next. So let me go ahead and update things as they come. It's going to be Paradox moving forward. Let me see if there's any other reported scores. No, there aren't. So I'm going to show you the bracket as we have it and see how far we can get here. All right, Paradox against the winner of BPS and Link, Breezy and Locktar. And down at the bottom, we got Blood Dog and Greco. We're not actually going to see a BPS and Paradox final because they're on the same side of the bracket. So we're going to be covering both semifinals and then the grand final. So we will be seeing Paradox and BPS. However, the thing I was really curious about was seeing BPS and Paradox in a best of 5, because we've already seen how drastically things can switch around when BPS and Paradox are playing each other on DM6 and and on Aerowalk. Blech. It's late. And it means that it turns into like a one map matchup, which we might see again here if it goes to a tiebreaker, which I very much suspect it might. But in order to mitigate some of that, that's where best of 5 kind of comes in. So that's what I was kind of hoping for. I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to be taking a quick break, looking for our first semifinal. I'm going to hop over there and see how BPS and Link are getting along. Shouldn't be too long now. I'm actually just going to call it even a 5-minute break, and we'll catch you very, very soon. All right, we're going to cut our break a little bit short because we are getting very close to being ready for BPS and Paradox for the last time tonight.
Wait, where's BPS? Oh, he's going back.
He's walking to his desk. He's fine. He knows. He gave me a thumbs up. We're good. We're fine. Let's take another look at the bracket as it stands. This is going to be a best of 3 between these guys. Elimination match here in the playoffs. BPS and Paradox. BPS, the arrow walker, the arrow runner, the arrow dancer, versus Paradox, the the DM6 denizen. Can we call DM6 Paradox's retirement home?
Yes.
Sure. Well, he's coming out of retirement,
It
but
has
he's staying at
donuts.
DM6. It does have donuts. You're right. Absolutely. So
And if you you go into the mega room, that's where you get your coffee.
the running assumption, the running assumption is that BPS is going to call and take Aerowalk. Paradox is going to call and take DM6. It's going to leave 3 maps in TB5, DM2, DM4, and Blood Run. Paradox is probably going to toss Blood Run. So DM2, DM4. I want to say it'll be DM4. We'll see how my prediction goes. But let's take a look at these guys. Just by the numbers, yeah, I mean, it just kind of supports everything we know. Aerowalk, BPS is home. Paradox, consistent in many, many maps, but actually has got a pretty good win rate on Blood Run of all things. But DM6, definitely his home turf. All right, going to be looking for them in a server here. There we go. There's BTF in a server. Cool, got him. Paradox will be joining very soon, I'm sure.
We all want bed.
Yeah,
we all
but
appreciate it.
more than I want bed, this is the match I've been looking forward to the most. We've had a chance to see these guys play through qualifiers, play through group stages, and that really just kind of gave us a feel for what we could expect here in the playoffs and where things actually matter. We do have money to play for. I think the prize pool is up to 1,403 euro. I'm not sure what the split is for 1v1, but we are in money matches now. But more than the money, it's going to be all about the pride. They both know what the stakes are. They both know what the difficult maps are going to be. They both know what the home maps are going to be. So any kind of upset along those lines is going to be monumental, disastrous, earth-shaking for these guys. We've got them both in the server. I'm going to go ahead and...
Did you know that they have no seismic activity here? They won't know what an earthquake is.
Is that why they don't ground any of their outlets?
Yeah.
What a country. Here we go. All right. Paradox and BPS coming up. Semifinal number 1 here at QHLAN 2019. Going to be hopping into the game. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of our first maps. And I'm going to tell them I'm ready. Because I am. It's just a fact. Very simple. I actually showed Aerowalk on that. Oh, it is going to be Aerowalk. Hey, cool. They just made me correct after the fact. I always appreciate that. So this will be BPS's pick first. It's going to be Aerowalk. We just saw Paradox doing a fantastic Aerowalk against Dev, who's no slouch himself. So there could be a bit of a fight in Paradox here. It's going to come down to home turf as well as energy levels, but here we go, right here, right now. Map 1 of our gold semifinal. All right, BPS diving down for this mega, as classic of a start of Aerowalk as you could possibly get.
Oh, that means that red's still up, isn't it?
Certainly should be, but it's going to be BPS focused on yellow at the tail end of that. No, red's taken away by Para. But Para's down at -1 now. So this is going to be BPS surviving with a fairly low stack until the next opportunity. The health at the top of the TP is gone.
That little comma, is that the negative?
No, it's part of Paradox's name.
Oh.
All right, so Paradox able to take that frag back and back up to, well, still -1. But BPS has ended up killing himself as well, so more suicides than frags so far this game. Paradox is going to be grabbing away red, pushing BPS back out of the running for it. BPS wondering when quad is coming up. But red's going to be here for Para.
Nice little bit of punishment.
Actually, it's some really good damage, knocking a lot of that armor off. Mega's about to be up. Para's got to wonder if it's worth diving down for it, especially with BPS having yellow armor. Or is it just safer to stick with the red? But he's up here rather early. I wonder if BPS is going to do much about that. Nope. It's going to be Paradox on a free red, but BPS on the response. A little bit wide on the rockets. Yeah, attacking from that angle, always difficult.
Well, Paradox is now out of the negative finally. Took a little bit of work, but it's always going to be quite a bit of work against BPS on this map. That's a tall order for anybody for either of them.
At the same time, BPS hasn't exactly been running away with the frags. This is a glacial crawl of frags for Paradox, but it is going in his direction. It's going to have a shit stack at the moment, punished entirely by BPS. 2 minutes knocked off. Paradox is going to get a red spawn, but no red armor. BPS wants more damage, and he wants the yellow armor before he goes back for the red, confirming that Paradox hasn't spawned there. I really like that play. He was about to grab that red as well and said, nope, never mind. Some things are more important. Even if it means drawing Paradox into a fight here for the red, more than worthwhile. So that was a bit of a maneuver that showed that BPS can not only move, he could also think.
He's doing better than me at this time of night.
And he's wrapping himself up in a plastic bag. I hope everything's okay. You see concerning things here late at night at QHLAN. Right,
wait, is he wearing headphones or earmuffs?
Yes. Right, but a couple minutes knocked off. BPS is starting to get these frags a little bit more consistently. Paradox is going to get a green armor spawn. Not ideal for him. There's the rocket jump. BPS wants it. Yeah, his movement here on Aerowalk is just so sublime. We saw him really showing off against Dev a little bit ago with some grenade to rocket jumps. Ridiculous stuff that had no practical purpose whatsoever except to make our pants tight. And that it do.
Is he good at it?
That it do. All right, so Paradox down again. But BPS is honestly on the wrong side of the map. That was a lot of damage that BPS absorbed for that last fight. Mega's going to be back up. Without the green armor, it's going to be tough against Paradox's red. Paradox will have LG on the rockets here. Yeah, this is where BPS has got to be very careful, very precise. Paradox coming back in with his own LG. BPS is at 36% LG at the moment, so that's going to be plenty to kind of defend himself. Paradox is down at 30. So 6 minutes on the board. And Paradox has still not managed to get another frag off on BPS. Taking a look at the scoreboard, like once we factor out the suicides, there are 2 kills for Paradox. That's nice. But this is such a consistent play, even with BPS kind of hanging out by the YA and Mega.
37. Isn't that about the highest we've seen on accuracy for LG?
Oh, no, we had, who was it? I think it was Locktar with 40% LG a bit earlier tonight. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Everything's blending together now.
Yeah, oh yes, that will happen. Just brown smears everywhere.
Well, neither of them are involved right now. Just, you know, maybe you're thinking about what's brown and sticky.
A stick, obviously.
Yes,
from and very soon, Paradox as well. As we're nearing the halfway point. And finally getting another frag up. It's not a huge margin to pull up, so this is conceivable. Mega taken by Para. 3 seconds to the red, and yeah, BPS just has to soften him up here. Oh, forces a suicide. Another suicide for Paradox. Going for the axe. Do it.
Oh my god.
So BPS not quite stacked back up, but he's going to have clean movement back over to the red.
Oh, what a beautiful jump.
Yeah, the boost. All right. And yes, Kovac, there is literally still time. I mean, 17 frags is not a huge amount here on Aerowalk. And depending on spawns, it very well could go Paradox's way, but BPS is finding a way to make the most out of every position he's forced to be in. He's being very responsive to Paradox's spawns and positioning. He's not always just going for the red. Paradox is going to get shredded here, but oh, doing a little bit of shredding himself. Down to 11 and then 1 and then none HP. BPS taking control, but Paradox has got to know that he has no real stack to be heard of.
You would think that with how it's been going, that Paradox might have been shredding the red.
Yeah, yeah. And BPS has not been holding on to too much of that red armor lately. Making good use of yellow, but at the same time that's denying resources from Paradox. Nice, clean grab of it this time. Ooh, not quite dodging that last rocket. I thought he had made it, but he's not Milton. Oh, Paradox coming back in with a frag, but no immediate spawn frag. BPS is going to be down by the rocket launcher. And green armor, so yeah, BPS is essentially gone. This is Paradox, however, getting in on the red armor. 15 frags, 3 minutes. Paradox will have to be absolutely ballistic to make that happen. But we've seen crazier tonight.
Sorry.
You're fine. BPS down. I'm not sure if BPS can sandbag this too much. I mean, it is airwalk, but he can snipe. And all it takes is one rocket laid at the feet of Paradox to ruin every best made plan he's got. Yeah, so the surprising thing would have been if Paradox could take airwalk from BPS. The further surprising thing will be if BPS can take DM6 from Paradox.
Now that's something I am excited to see.
I almost want to see that one go like incredibly slowly. Paradox might just want to get sweaty like in the first minute just to establish dominance.
After this, yes. You know, I feel like BPS uses Aerowalk and rockets and LG as a way of testing his fatherly skills of watching the kids get out of bed. No, 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 you go back to bed. No, you go back to bed. No, you.
Grenades for sure. They take a little bit more babysitting. But BPS here, playing the corner just fine. He's more than happy to be floated by that rocket. It's no big deal. It's a beautiful thing when you know that BPS is confident with his Aerowalk. Starts getting a little bit silly. Just comes out of him. Can't help it. Nice.
I think I can see him smiling from over here.
Yep. Nice little drive-by on the rocket. Paradox is going to be going, screw you, dude. BPS may be very well saying the same once we get into DM6. All right, so final minutes, and yeah, this is something for Dev to review as well. BPS is spanking Paradox as hard as Paradox is spanking Dev on Aerowalk.
He even got out the switch for it.
It just goes to show how much of an Apex gamer BPS is. Really getting scary. And yeah, and he's going to be driving back tonight, a little bitch.
Tonight?
Well, it's what does tonight mean? It's 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Good point.
What do words even mean at this point?
Well, you could just say in like 12 hours.
Sure, something like that. All right, but 30 seconds. BPS will be taking the first map off of Paradox. Go.
It's so hard with just those suicides to start with.
Yeah, it was a rough start, and that's kind of what happened to Dev at the beginning of his match against Paradox and Aerowalk. So a little bit of karma, a little bit of revenge, but we are just crawling into the backseat of this karma right now, ready for the next ride, likely on DM6. If it's not DM6, I will be very confused, very surprised. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that it is going to be DM6, just for the sake of it.
They're gonna make you eat your shorts.
I'm not even wearing any shorts. All right, I'm gonna say it's DM6. Is it DM6? It is DM6. How about that? What a surprise! What a shock! But in all seriousness, good luck to BPS. This will be the map to win. I mean, if he does, he makes it in the best of 3. But this is the map to prove himself on against Paradox.
Because this really has been Paradox's retirement home.
And QHLAN may well be his retirement fund if he can make it into the grand final. Here we go.
3, 2,
All right,
1.
so here we go. It's going to be BPS getting the spawn on red armor. Lucky devil. Paradox is going to be on Mega. No LG for him yet. He's going to have green armor, presumably. Yep. And Paradox is just running back in, but BPS is too smart. Or is he? Was it a shot on LG to go into LG? Was it a shot on LG to pass by LG?
Ooh.
Was it a shot on LG to draw BPS into LG? Either way, it worked out well for BPS. First frag on the board. And that is huge. Absolutely massive. I certainly wouldn't blame BPS if he goes for the second frag and just really turtles up on the red armor. That wouldn't be inappropriate in this point. Yeah, he's going to be feeling good. It's like 2 frags up on DM6. GG. Let's move on to the final. Let's go. but it will take real work for Paradox to take this back. BPS has got LG still. Paradox is able to sneak back into red. BPS has got to show up, and now this is going to be a tougher angle. BPS stayed on the donut a little bit too long, I think. This is rough now.
He got a little too cocky.
Yeah, he was getting cocky on the red armor, which was appropriate, and then he left out into mid, and he never came back. Maybe he didn't think he could fend off against Paradox, who was going to be running at him for the red armor anyway, but you have to take that into account.
Oh, man.
But even if Paradox starts getting red armors here, it doesn't necessarily mean that Paradox is going to get this next frag. I mean, BPS can burn a lot of the clock here. Just looking for that opportunity to take control of that, but Paradox gets that frag back. I wanted to believe. BPS is going to be stuck back in Mega. He doesn't even get a good spawn for the red. Not that he would have had time to wait around for it anyway. So Paradox still down by 1, but now back in control. Trying to play for the telefrag. Doesn't quite go his way, and BPS ends up killing himself. It's kind of the opposite of what he wanted. So now Paradox swapping the score, 2 up on 1. Where's that happy dance now, BPS? So Paradox back here. And he's wanting to extend his score a little bit more, being very aggressive. He's got 16 rockets. He doesn't really need the ammo pack. BPS waiting for the snipe. He gets 1 rocket off. He's looking for a bit more just to burn it, but now would be the time with red armor. Taken and gone. That's a 20-second window to make some damage happen and get back in position, no matter how many deaths you have to take in the meantime. But Paradox is pushing the corner a little bit, trying to smoke BPS out, forcing him into Mega. Nice little bit of damage. Paradox is going to find a fight here at the red. BPS sneaks in. He gets the steal, but not the frag. That's almost what I was talking about. Denying the next red, which just means that 20-second window is now a 40-second window. But the same work has to get done. That red needs to go away, and now this Mega needs to go away. Paradox right back into the red armor. BPS waiting for it, and he cannot survive the assault from Paradox. Again, this is what was a little bit anticipated. Paradox just being so strong on DM6.
It just...
This is QTV. All right, so 8 on 1. You thought 2 on 0 was good for BPS. 8 on 1 is even better for Paradox. He's even got a little bit of Mega as well, which means as long as his health is above 100, he's going to be denying a very important item from BPS's comeback potential. Like, BPS has a green armor to work with. Another reason why this is just like Q2 DM1 is there's a spot on the map that is kind of yours if you're not controlling things. Nice steal for BPS. He's able to get away with it. And instead of having yellow armor, it has a stupid green. But BPS still manages to pull it together. Paradox was on the chase there for no really good reason. This is going to be a messy fight, yeah. Mutual frag suicide, but BPS gets the better spawn, the better rocket. And there's the happy dance on red armor again. He still has another 6 frags to make up in the meantime. But now he's got the resources, at least for this fight. Where's his rockets? Finally pulling the frag together and getting that LG, but he needs to be back at this next red. He's so weak here. Are we going to expect a fight from Paradox? He's going to have only a rocket launcher at this point. Rockets and grenades. Ooh, stuck on the teleporter. Oh, what is he going to say there? Too tired to move around the teleporter.
We're all so tired.
But that's part of the tournament. BPS has been playing just as long.
Don't lose it. Oh, he lost it.
Yeah. That rocket jump was going to be really cool, but this is an arrow walk. 4 frags to make up. Really good LG coming out of BPS here. 43%. Not too shabby. Paradox turning it back around, but Paradox has got to be realizing that he might not be able to win an LG fight directly against BPS. Still 4 frags in lead with that red armor. The momentum from BPS has been cut out.
I'm just singing. Sorry, guys.
4 minutes left on the clock, and that rocket out of nowhere. What? A sniper rocket. Paradox is here. He's getting floated above the red armor. It's stolen, but Paradox is down. Bringing things together a little bit closer, and there's the shotgun. Really good read out of BPS. Mega's up in 3. BPS is going to want to play. Oh, no!
Did he just pineapple himself?
No, those were Paradoxes, but they're not always supposed to make a frag happen like that. 9 to 12, only 3 frags. Split them apart. 4 minutes left to play. Paradox wants to go on a bit of a run here, a bit of a tirade. Nice jump over the grenade. With this next red back up, Paradox might extend a little bit. It's either extend or turtle. There's not a lot that Paradox gets by just playing mid a little bit and poking out for a rocket or 2. It's either all in or none in. Well, it's going to be all in down here in the flatland. Paradox manages to take that frag without taking too much damage. He can still recover back at red pretty effectively. He could even leave BPS here. But BPS sneaks himself back out, wanting his own LG. But there it is. BPS gets his own spawn. He's able to take away the red. And yeah, if your opponent's at Mega and you could go get the red, you don't have to frag them. It's tempting. It's nice. It's fun. You don't have to do it. But BPS craters on down. And now this has turned into an 8 frag game. We could indeed be going to a tiebreaker.
Oh, goodness. I do have to say, I think that this has been the... this has been really a good matchup.
Yeah. We saw a few moments where BPS could have taken DM6 from Paradox. Paradox even saying he's too tired to even do this properly anymore. But even in this state, Paradox is doing just fine. It will be a ban for the map. So if neither player wants to play Blood Run, they don't have to. It'll be kind of mutually arrived at. But BPS is back in here. He wants this next red. He needs this next red. 2 minutes to pick up 7 frags on DM6 is a very tall order indeed. Well, it's going to be mutual, so that doesn't shift the bar too much. In fact, yeah, BPS is just not in a good position, and now Paradox can take this next red, and that will probably seal the deal for DM6. It's just going to be a nicety, a formality to close off the map properly. But really, it's going to be all about that third and final map in the semifinal. Single elimination playoffs. This will be the last map for either of them. They have to weigh the value very carefully between money and glory and sleep. It's a toss-up. I'm surprised Dev is still vertical after that. But here we are.
He's using a pull, actually.
Ah, yeah, getting some support.
Yeah.
More than you got in 2v2.
Oh! I think Blood Dog might be after some of Jahar's blood soon.
All right, final minutes. And now the speculation for map 3 begins. Paradox will probably want, even against his own protests, he might want Blood Run.
I do have a feeling that tomorrow Jahar might wake up without any hair.
Or a horse head in my mattress.
Please,
yeah.
please put it on his side of the bed. Thanks.
All right. Now all I could think about now in these final 30 seconds is what is map 3 going to be? DM4, DM2, or Blood Run? There will be a toss. And it's a toss-up, what we're going to be moving into. 5 seconds. Very well played out of BPS, but just couldn't do the deed on DM6. Paradox is still king, undefeated on DM6 in this tournament.
Retirement home.
Retirement home indeed. All right, so let me go ahead and update the score Roonies real quick. 1 win up for each. We got ourselves a tiebreaker. Okay. Let's see. Taking a look here at chat. Toss DM2. So it's Paradox's choice between Blood Run and DM4. It's going to be DM4. So we're going into it, guys. Final map between some of the heaviest hitters here in the 1v1 tournament. This semifinal might as well be the final. No offense to Locktar, but here we go.
Again, I think you're going to end up bold.
Perhaps, perhaps.
You keep insulting shaved people.
They keep delaying the match. All right. Here we go. Opening seconds. Paradox already out in mid with a rocket launcher and red armor. BPS still stuck in his little hobbit hole of mega health.
It's a nice, safe place.
So really opening up like this is fine. Yeah, and oh, he actually got the grenade kill. That was the worst possible situation for BPS. He wasn't able to survive long enough to potentially die and even steal the red. If you spawn Mega and your opponent's already out there with red armor, then the next thing to play for is that red armor. So either make your break right before red comes up. If you make it, cool. If you don't, you might spawn red. There's no reason to go out like before that happens. But still, Paradox up 2-0. And really, this map was, in effect, BPS's choice by tossing DM2. He's able to tie it back up here. Only green armor for him. Good LG. And a follow-up rocket there, just pinning Paradox to the wall. Lots of damage coming out of BPS here. As he's able to take away that red. All right, we hear the jumps down by Mega. BPS is overlooking it. And this is fine. All right, so Paradox is not going to waste too much time. Red's coming up. He has to make a play. BPS is going to be getting back in here to cap off the red and at least defend it, which is actually probably wiser than killing Paradox there, and wiser than going the other way to allow Paradox to maybe get in himself. But now BPS might be able to chill here for a moment. There's not a whole lot for Paradox to grab. BPS even trying to fake the drop sound. Paradox rushing in on the yellow armor, taking it, and taking over the red as well. There's only LG for BPS here. Trying to make good use of it at long range. Trying to avoid these rockets, putting himself in the air, and avoiding as much as possible from Paradox. He's done some good damage here. He's, yeah. Paradox is down to his yellow armor and 50 health. BPS is at 2 HP.
6.
Crawling back in there. But burning the clock, I don't know if that actually helps BPS at this point. He might want to get into a stance where he can get a better spawn. Oh, but he's able to get the telefrag. Paradox up there in the corner. That's completely free for BPS, as is the yellow armor. Just needs, you know, a rocket launcher. That would be nice. Back up to top TP. And Paradox is going to be going for the other teleporter, but he uncommits to it, and BPS waits. He doesn't want the same fate that Paradox had there. Really well played by BPS. Paradox back out of Mega, and they're going to be killing each other. 3 frags up for BPS, and it's going to be BPS spawning down below, getting the backpacks picked up. And Paradox turns it right back around. Trading frags like nothing else. Jeez.
Oh, I don't think BPS likes sleep.
Some things are more important. Like getting to work on Monday. All right, 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Only 2 frags up for BPS. 3 HP. He is making the most of it. Tossing out as many nades as he has, which is at this point 0. Just getting some ammo back. Oh, too spooky. But Paradox put himself back in Mega, question mark? Yeah, is he still there? No, he's just crossing now. He's back up top. And BPS can back off here. Or push in. That's fine too. Beat Paradox down to 2 HP after that, and there's the shotgun. Yeah, BPS had to know he was weak.
I think I heard the doctor say push, so he pushed.
Beautiful rockets coming out of BPS. Absolutely acrobatic. Aeronautic even. It's okay.
Aromatic?
Well, it has been a long night, so yeah, we're getting there. All right, BPS could just chill, wait for the red. Paradox just, yeah, not the best fight for him, really. These are some freebies for BPS.
Is this considered a Kenya map?
No, this is DM4. It's got the word DM in it. And no other words, just DM and a number.
Okay.
Doesn't get any more base than that. Sometimes E1, M, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, I don't know.
All right, so 5 minutes to play. 16 on 8.
I was just curious if he was going to call this a Kenya map or not.
He's just going to say he's too tired. Easy. But no, this is so very much back and forth. I know right now the score doesn't reflect that, but the control keeps shifting. Damage keeps trading. BPS keeps getting away with under 50 health on these fights. And just playing out this corner, Paradox is back in here.
Beautiful Paradox.
And he's able to take over this red. He's wary of a red armor spawn. Okay. A fakie on the rocket jump, sure, no problem. We'll call it that. So halfway through, Paradox down by 7, which can just fade away in the blink of an eye on DM4. Paradox now, full red armor. BPS back through the teleporter. Good timing on Paradox's rocket. BPS trying to play one kind of teleporter game, the kind where you keep going through the teleporter and eating a little bit of splash damage each time. It's not my favorite TP game, but it's there. If BPS spawns Mega, that's actually probably like the best thing for him, because he can chill. Yeah, he's still down there. He's exposing himself.
Goodness,
I mean,
Jar.
when traveling abroad, just, you know.
Drop him?
When in Rome, yeah.
Well, I mean, that is kind of what happened to somebody this weekend.
Not by his own free will. Allegedly. Oh no, the lava for BPS. Fell a little bit too far outside. But fortunately, he spawns red armor. He's able to take away yellow. Red's back up now. But BPS is much more focused on getting back mid-map. Paradox might be able to go back in for this red. Nope, BPS is here, getting the drop, getting the grab.
And honestly, I don't blame Paradox at all for saying he's tired. It has been a marathon. But that's what we signed up for.
I don't blame him for being tired. I can blame him for saying he's tired. There's a big difference.
Oh.
One is a physical state, the other is an excuse. But here, I mean, this is still entirely doable. Paradox is looking eager to turn this into a frag run. But really, like, BPS just needs to die until he spawns Mega. Nice.
Ooh.
BPS is able to turn it back around. Really well played out. I'm seeing some chat. Is that all in QTV? Die, question mark, says Paradox. No, says BPS.
At least he asked nicely. You can't ask for much more.
Denied verbally. Still 8 frags, totally doable. BPS 15 health. There's no way Paradox doesn't kill him. But now, he's waiting out by the TP exit. Oh, come on, hit your rocket. Yeah, Paradox has to push this. But even if you make the frag in here, it kind of sucks because then you have to get back out, take some time. But there's a nice frag from Paradox. We hear double drop and red armor for BPS as well as a rocket jump. Is he back up for real?
And you
or
know,
is he downstairs again?
He did ask BPS to die nicely, and he finally did.
Sure, once.
Once. He didn't ask him for multiple times.
BPS is just burning the clock here.
Mm-hmm. Beautifully so.
Biological and in-game. All right, so 1 minute 40 seconds left. Paradox only down by 6, which is absolutely nothing. He's got yellow armor here. And BPS is just going to be trolling the teleporters. But he goes on down. Where's this next spawn out? It's a slow spawn. Yep, it's going to be top teleporter. Only green armor for BPS. And he's running back on down to the ammo room. He's going to get caught here. He thought he could sneak away with it. 1 minute 4 frags to determine who moves on to the grand final tonight.
And it's only like 4 frags difference.
And it's only 4 a.m.
Not yet.
Close. Very, very soon indeed. All right. Paradox up top. BPS, trying to hide in the corner, trying to stay quiet, but Paradox has seen that before. BPS dropping down for, he goes right back through the teleporter. He could have waited a little bit longer. He's here at the Mega, and he gets the frag back! That is disastrous for Paradox. Now he has to push into Mega again, doubling the cost of this encounter. But BPS, he plays with the entrance. I'm not sure why he needed to do that. 28 seconds.
He learned it from yesterday.
Paradox has red armor. It's time for him to go crazy. BPS is able to play back through. He's going to get caught. This is 2 frags, 15 seconds. Slow spawn might not save BPS. There's one spawn. He's up top. Paradox needs to RJ in, play the telefrag game. Where's the frag?
Oh,
4,
God.
3, 2. He's able to make the one, but the slow spawn will be just enough. BPS moves to the grand final.
GG. God,
Man.
I don't want to delay anything tonight, but I really need to use the little gamer's room.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Oh. No, I'm waiting for our small break, and then I'm,
A very small break. It's probably going to be 5 minutes, less than that. We're going to go to our next semifinal. Let me update the bracket real quick so we can take a look at that before going into it. So we have our first final contestant, and that will indeed be BPS. All right. I'm going to be looking for some results real quick. We have our other semifinals. It's going to be Locktar and Blood Dog. So let me go ahead and update that. Locktar, Blood Dog. I'm sure they're going to be ready. Going to be getting into a server. So quick break here. And when we're back, we're going to have ourselves our other semifinal. Blood Dog and Locktar. This should be good shit. Stay tuned. And you know it's bad when people in the state say they're going to bed.
They sleep? It's way too early. It's only like, what, 9, 10?
East Coast, yeah, which means it's Boo's bedtime, I'm sure. That's fine. He can stay up for this. It's fine. Just a little bit longer, just a few more matches. We've got our second semifinal here in the 1v1 playoff bracket. It's going to be Locktar. It's going to be Blood Dog, and they are in a server right here, right now, waiting to match up against BPS. Could it be an Oak final, or will we have at least half an anus among us?
We have seen half an anus before.
We have
actually
indeed,
twice.
Yeah.
And a full anus too.
Yeah.
Number of times.
But it's a beautiful thing, almost as beautiful as Locktar's lovely face.
So now we have another
himself.
competition going on right here.
Yeah.
Who has the better hair fest?
Oh, Locktar, easy. Because he's got the hair part of the fest. I mean, Blood Dog's just fest. But also Locktar, clear favorite, going to be DM4. Blood Dog has been kind of the dark horse this tournament, full of surprises. Let's see if he's full of any more at this late hour. After this, of course, we're going to have the grand final, which will just be a simple best of 5. We say simple. We'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and hop in game here. Here we go. I'm not actually sure what the first map is going to be, so we'll find out live. It says DM4, but we'll see what happens. All right. Maybe I'm even right. All right, it's going to be Blood Run first. Fine. Blood Run it is.
I love it, Bloody.
Yep. All right. Welcome, everybody, by the way. Quake World players, other Quake players, random passerbys, vagabond hobos, all welcome here on Tasty Spleen TV, where we bring you your regularly scheduled biannual QHLAN coverage. Maybe we'll turn it into an annual thing. I think we should have access to a venue next year. Exciting stuff. Well, let's get into it. I told them we're ready.
I'm going to have to get more vacation time.
Locktar is wondering who's cheering for him. Looking for his fan club to come out. He wants to spend more time with fans than he wants to play the game. Yes, ready. What country does he come from where R doesn't mean ready? Yes. Yes.
Blood Dog is actually Canadian, but he is right now staying in northern Chicago. Or Chicago, I should say, the north.
So yeah, where's Team USA / Canada coming out here? Dev is going to be rooting for him, I'm sure. All right, here we go.
Good luck. Have fun.
In approximately that order, it's going to be Blood Run first here, and I'm sure it will, as is tradition. Here we go. All right, going to be following Locktar. Oh, they're both going to spawn in mid-map. Okay, awkward. Blood Dog getting that first rocket launcher, Mega, and red armor, so Christmas comes early for him. Locktar is going to get a lump of coal and a green armor. Well, he's got the yellow at least, but he's taking a lot of damage for his trouble. Getting in close here, knocking a lot of that armor off, but nowhere near lethal. Yeah, that didn't work, Locktar.
No.
I heard him yelling over there.
We left Lethal Wiz alone at home.
Yeah.
There is no lethal here.
Okay. Blood Dog. He's like, I'm up 2 frags. I can take a page out of Link's book. And maybe calm down just a little bit. Because we know that frustrates Locktar. If somebody isn't dying every 15 seconds, he gets itchy, sweaty, breaks out in palpitations. Hives even.
Oh, Blood Dog is stacked to the teeth.
And not a bad start for him at all.
Not at all.
Not a whole lot of jumping coming out here.
I really feel right now that it's just, it's so quiet.
Well, it's going to get explosive here as the red is picked up, but just the one from the rocket jump. Locktar is getting clever himself. But not so clever to avoid all that LG. Nice shots coming out of Blood Dog. Showing he's still got something in him. And this is actually a huge improvement because last night at about this time, Blood Dog was like asleep in that corner over there.
He learned, and also maybe he slept in as well.
Yeah.
You know, that extra bit of sleep really
that
helps
extra
you.
day of adjustment is
Yeah.
really helping out Locktar, having trouble getting a foothold on Blood Run. Can hear him moving in for rocket launcher. Just trying to rain in some grenades. Does some damage, but all that does is allow Blood Dog to get the yellow. So cycling the yellow and the red is going to be a big part of Blood Run here. I know, Locktar taught me himself. He was full of good advice. Like, always time everything.
And that cats cannot resist certain things.
Yeah, absolutely. But Locktar, able to take away the yellow, at least that splitting the armor pool between them. Blood Dog's still going to have a bit more of an advantage here, especially with access to that Mega. Blood Dog can drop down at will. Locktar's going to be doing some damage. Is he going to come over the top? Nope, not so much. But this might justify his play for a red armor. Blood Dog's going to take a Mega and yellow if Locktar can turn that to a play for red, but he's nowhere near there. Where did he go? He's back at rockets instead. Yeah, Blood Dog's just going to come back. I thought we were, are we done? I thought we were fighting. Okay, fine. There's nothing to play for over there. And everything to play for in the yellow armor room. So it's going to be yellow, and then 3 seconds after that red, Locktar actually fending off on the choke point, forcing Blood Dog through the teleporter. But does it mean anything if Locktar doesn't get the red? There's the steal. And I mean that quite literally. Right out from under Blood Dog's nose. But still, 11 frags is 11 frags. Very early on.
And Locktar hasn't even made it on the board yet.
Well, there it is, finally.
Oh.
And let me triple confirm that isn't negative. Oh, it's a real number. It's a real frag. And
Jahar,
Locktar is looking to follow that up with several more.
I think that my my power is dying finally. Can
What?
I start saying things?
Power? What power? No. Don't worry about it. All right, but Locktar is going to have Mega. He's going to have red. Red's back up now, but Blood Dog is catching him with a hefty amount of shaft. Locktar is more interested in the fight at first, but Blood Dog is going to be headed on back. All right. So that's a really clean frag for Locktar, actually. That could open up several more here. There's yellow armor stolen away. No armor for Blood Dog whatsoever. Locktar just needs one small angle for one small moment to take the frags back over. It's going to take some real momentum, though, and maybe some good spawns down here in mid. Locktar keeps wanting to find Blood Dog down here to fight him here. It's like, I'm taking Mega. Look at me. Don't you want to fight me taking Mega? No, Blood Dog doesn't really want to. It's too risky. Not only for the one fight, but for the next. But he's caught down in the pit anyway, but there's no spawn in the pit. Unlucky for Locktar. They don't call him Locktar.
They may sometimes call him Locktar.
That's a shitty Pokemon.
But if I lick it, it's mine.
And if there's one thing I've determined over the years is that Locktar is not a shitty Pokemon.
No, he's a sweet Pokemon.
All right, but Locktar's still taking these frags back. 5 seconds to Mega. As we hit the halfway point, this is entirely doable. Putting a little bit of spam down on yellow armor. That Mega is mostly safe. And Blood Dog actually went back up to the pillar, but Locktar's actually changing his mind here. He's like, if it's a choice between the red or the yellow, I'm going to take the red for sure. But it was a bit of a dilemma allowing Blood Dog to get away with that yellow. So really, that was Blood Dog winning that engagement just from resources alone. Means that Locktar's going to have a tougher time just pushing in on this fight. Certainly doesn't want to miss out on this next red, though. Blood Dog's down below at the teleporter. And there's the jump. There's the denial. Blood Dog fell for it. Locktar even threw out that first grenade. But I think that was right when Blood Dog was actually going for the teleporter, so it was too late at that point to pull back. So there's a good pair of frags. Locktar coming back in. Four minutes to play. 3 frags. I like the math. I like the numbers. Locktar's not worried about the math. He can't do it anyway.
How is he tolerating being so quiet?
He knows what's at stake. All right, Mega back up for him. Blood Dog's going to know he's down at the teleporter. Locktar spamming some jump sounds. Oh, nice. A little bit of the Kansas City shuffle. Oh, but that grenade made him work for him. Okay, all right, caught him on the staircase. You can see the bloodstains in the carpet as Locktar is going to be a little bit worse for the wear, but getting the frag back must feel good. But now he's got to wonder, where's all the armor? Where's the armor? Where's the... All right, it's both yellow and Mega and red all coming up at about the same time. Blood Dog could take all this back. Yep, there's red for him. And Mega, yeah, bad news for Locktar, but he made the right choice. It's the lesser of two evils. All right, so Locktar still doesn't have any reason to panic. One fuck up and he'll have to panic. Oh, but Blood Dog catching some of that shaft in the back. Locktar happy just to spam on down here, taking very little damage, but here's SLG absolutely melting Locktar. He's got to back out. No, this is one more shot itis, Locktar. You are insane. Is it worth the 125 under the red? 41 HP. You got to count, Locktar! It's not good for you.
He thought the health was up there.
That was so risky. That was the worst place to die, too. All right, so Blood Dog. 3 frags, 2 minutes. And he's just gonna be, instead of like doing a drive-by, he's just staying nice and slow and quiet, knocking all that armor off of Blood Dog. Not quite on the chase here. Red armor's gonna be up. That should be Locktar's. There's the jump, there's the frag even. And Blood Dog even coming around that corner, maybe he thought he could just pin Locktar to the wall with his LG. 2 frags, 1 frag. The comeback is real.
I mean, it's all over the walls.
Yeah, well, and other fluids, yeah, for sure.
Mostly blood.
Mega. Red's going to be available for Locktar. Final minute coming up. Blood Dog maybe in deep hiding. Locktar making a little bit of noise here. Check your 6, though. He didn't even check the staircase. He didn't check the stair. Oh, he catches Blood Dog. Heading back over towards the teleporter. 55 seconds. Blood Dog. Oh, goes down. He gets caught at the teleporter. How did he not hear him there? That ties it back up 12-12. And Locktar is able to enjoy a tasty red armor at the end of that. So he's ready for the last minute. Ooh, just damage from Blood Dog, though. Maybe Locktar's got to change his mind. 3 seconds to both Red and Mega. The winner of these 2 items will have the biggest leg up to deny an overtime and secure this map.
Maybe they want some overtime. They want to drive us nuts.
Audio not bad enough to be in it. 13 seconds. Locktar's got the stack. Blood Dog's got the, well, the yellow armor. Back to teleporter. Locktar doesn't care about the red right now. 2 seconds, and we're going to be going into overtime. 3 minutes added to the clock.
You think we're going to go through 2 overtimes?
We'll see. We'll see. So now Locktar back on this yellow. Did Blood Dog eventually convert that over to a red? No, he's actually just at a green armor. He is going to be incredibly weak coming into this next fight, if he comes at all.
I wouldn't recommend it.
All right, Locktar. Oh, he catches Blood Dog on the corner. It's a bad spawn. This could be a run. Listening and looking for Blood Dog everywhere, taking away the yellow armor, catching him on the staircase. Blood Dog nearly gets the grab for the rocket launcher in order to do some damage, but Locktar is starting to run away with it. 3 frags in the lead in the first minute of overtime. Blood Dog has to think of something very quickly. So Locktar reverting and resetting on the red. Yellow stolen away by Blood Dog. Good self-damage from Locktar. That probably actually saved him from a worse rocket. Yeah, that was intentional. it was a very artful maneuver.
Totally planned.
Yeah. This next red is going to be important. I'm not sure if Locktar wants to show up for it, though. He's just going to be backing off, looking for the yellow instead. This is a tacit trade between the yellow and the red. Blood Dog's going to know it. No real guesswork there.
I mean, it's only a 3 3 frags difference.
Yeah.
Blood Dog could bring this back and do another overtime, or even overtake Locktar. So Locktar needs to be a bit careful.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in the turtley mood, though. He's got to burn an entire minute of the clock. And, yeah, Blood Dog wants to fight down here. This is his best chance for a spawn frag if he wins the first fight. He's only got 8 rockets and actually only 1 cell. He doesn't have the ammo for this fight. Coming through that teleporter that wasn't it. Grenades everywhere,
God, no.
and Blood Dog just ends up killing himself. Oh, absolutely disastrous. At what point did he look down at his ammo counter and go, wait, this is the part where I fucked up? I mean, to be fair.
To be fair.
He would have had to travel quite some distance to get some more cells, but that teleporter just wasn't going to do it for him. 17 on 12, 30 seconds. Blood Dog might be able to pick up 1 more frag here if he doesn't rocket himself in the face on the wall. Ah, there it is. There's the 1, 6 HP, but that is going to be essentially it. I just glanced down before he went through the TV. He was like, that's 1 cell. Exactly 1. Yeah. Oh.
The runaround game that Dennis is playing right now.
Just not enough shaft.
It's never enough shaft.
All right, 17 to 15, an incredibly close first map here between
GG.
Locktar and Blood Dog. We're going to be going into the next before too long. Let me go ahead and update scores so I can know what I'm doing. Just the best of 3 here, of course. And it's going to be, what's next? I don't know what's next. Let's actually take a look and see if we can like theory craft what's next. So Locktar, oh, damn it, that reverted the photo again. That was the testing photo we had earlier. So there's old and busted Locktar. Here comes
New and improved Locktar.
New hotness Locktar. What a difference Photoshop can make. He wasn't even smiling in that photo, but DM4 could be good for Locktar here. I'm not sure if
after that map, after Mother Blood Run, I'd be smiling like that too.
Smiling and or sweating, all the above. DM2, really? Okay. This should favor, well, all you need is the 1 frag, really. So let's go ahead and get into it. Guys, this could be the final map of the semifinal. Yes, you get it. Here we go. All right, good luck, have fun to both of them. Blood Dog and Locktar, we're gonna be having Blood Dog in Secret Red. And going for back red as well, so all the red armor. Only 1 mega and a yellow up for Locktar. Not a good start for him, especially getting caught in this corridor. There's no quad here, Locktar. There's no exit there either.
Okay, I have a bet. This map is going to be, this match will be the one where somebody is going to fail the hardest jump.
I wonder if Locktar is feeling a little claustrophobic.
No, just 2 pop up.
Just 2 pop up?
Just 2 pop ups.
Just 2 pop up. All right, so first minutes, 2 frags up for Blood Dog. Oh, we hear a mega taken. Locktar just coming into big like it's no big deal. It is a big deal. He's going to be pushed back against it. Certainly worthwhile. I'm not sure what that rocket jump was for, Locktar. Just wanted to burn off that excess, chewed up, used red armor, and get some nice spanking fresh duds. There's his first frag back up. Another red for him, so a bit of a reverse of the initial situation. There's no real red available for Blood Dog until the next secret comes up. There it is.
He just wanted to make sure that Blood Dog has no options.
Well, Blood Dog might have the other mega here. Let me take a quick look. Yeah. Oh, he's only got the yellow here so far. Oh, he thought maybe Locktar was hiding. Ooh, okay. Too many games against Link. Everybody's paranoid now. Everybody's just scared.
But look at Locktar here, hiding.
He's standing still with style. It's less hiding.
I hope somebody opens the floor.
Hardly ever happens.
I know.
Sometimes by mistake. All right, so 2 minutes knocked off the clock. Not even willing to risk the jump. also for the sound, staying nice and quiet. But in that position, you don't necessarily need to know they're there in order to just to spam, you know, the 2 exits. So you do it anyway. And Locktar eats a lot of damage that wasn't necessarily, you know, intended to be quite that harmful. They were just warning grenades. Is Blood Dog really gonna like sandbag this? Is he sticking here? Yeah, he's still here. Mega's up, Red Armor's up, he's got spares. He's gonna take them all now. Okay, that's cool. He could have maybe waited, but of course jumping across to that lava carries its own risk. And he's back out of that room, not camping it. Just wanting to deny some more fights here.
Can you get squished by elevators here?
Only a little bit.
Oh,
Just
not like Quake 2?
It doesn't, it won't kill you. It's not blood. Alright, so Blood Dog. Actually, I mean, 3-on-1 isn't terrible. Oh, a great initial rocket with a fantastic follow-up. And Locktar is still alive somehow. He's going to be breaking off to get his own red armor back. Blood Dog anticipating an attack, looking a little bit nervous about it. Doesn't want any part of that fight. So Locktar should now have Secret Red, and the next Mega will be back up. Is he going up for it? He's just getting Secret Red now. Back to Big 4 Mega. Of course, getting caught here is much more awkward than getting caught at the back Mega. Oh, yep, there it is. Back to the teleporter. Locktar's just going to have to give it back up. Yeah, he just took it, but yeah. You okay, Locktar? He can't decide where he wants to be. What is happening? What was that? In or out? He's doing his best Morvis impression. Can't decide whether he wants to be inside or outside.
I mean, Morvis makes up his mind faster than that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, ooh, it's cold outside. Let me in.
Yeah. All right, so Blood Dog, I mean, he's got to be feeling comfortable here now. The number one thing is, oh no. I love body blocks like that, but that one was completely unintentional. They didn't even know the other one was there. Like, if Locktar had jumped like an eighth of a second later, that would have been both of them in the lava.
Oh, that would have been so much fun.
No, it's happened, and it's great. Speaking of lava, was that the hardest jump? Yes, it was.
Yes!
Yeah.
I was right.
It finally happened, but Locktar pulled himself back out.
Oh, that's okay.
It's a skill you learn as a professional Quake World player, how to unfuck yourself from that jump. Takes a lot of practice. Nice, a Blood Dog staying quiet. Nice and calm. Calm and easy. I want to start this tournament back over. We went the entire 1v1 tournament without me making a single reference to Encino Man while Link was playing. Be ashamed of yourself. I failed you. I failed everybody. I'm sorry. This weekend is a wash. Oh, a Blood Dog eating a few grenades to the nuts. Backing out of big. Oh no, and this could actually kill him. There it is. Yes! Make that 2-in-1 match. This is now blown wide open for Locktar. He's just like, where is he? Where is he? Looking everywhere frantically. Not finding Blood Dog. Blood Dog is back here at Rocket Launcher. He's finally going to get caught, but Locktar's rockets go wide. Fucks it up. There's no other way to put that. And that's going to be Blood Dog maintaining his lead, erasing that little whoopsie from history.
So this means I still have my power.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so Blood Dog. I mean, 8-on-1 is pretty much a done deal on DM2, right? 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 All right, so we got Red Armor taken, back to teleporter. Blood Dog's is calm. Nice rocket jump from Locktar.
Nice air rocket.
It's going to be a lot of damage that Blood Dog took. Could it be the nail gun to take him on down? Locktar's like, all right, cool, made the frag. That's nice, that's cute. I still need a rocket launcher. I still need red armor. Is Mega even up at grenades? Yes, it is. And in all that time, you know that Blood Dog is going to have his own red. But Locktar didn't know which red, and he made the wrong bet. Blood Dog taking the frag back and securing secret red. So this is going to be reds on rotation. Just bad news for Locktar.
So would you say that Locktar is not a gambling man?
I mean, he can gamble. He can lose. It's like saying he made a calculated risk. He's just really bad at math. All right, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. And Locktar has just got to be feeling like, well, remember, Locktar, you beat him on Blood Run. You beat Blood Dog on Blood Run.
Did he take him for a bloody run?
Ew. It's more like dragsies than walkies, really. All right, 11 on 2. And Blood Dog's just like, all right, it's going to be a long night. I have to be ready for the final. Better conserve my strength. Not get too crazy. But his rockets are going so wide. I know Locktar's gained weight, but you're not going to hit him like that. And
You're going to make him self-conscious. Don't you dare.
Oh, no, yes! Not a third time in one map. What is happening? Oh, jeez.
Hi.
Oh, you fucked it all up, Rotten Rose. This is all your fault. The Lava Witch. God. But still, I don't see Locktar. I mean, he's eager to make this fight happen. He's just got no armor. Catapulting himself across the map, trying to find a fight, and finding Blood Dog. Not even finding a fight, just finding a pedestrian standing near the water. Checking his phone for directions. Are you guys getting any signal here? I'm having a lot of... Oh, there it goes.
You know, I need a map just to get around this.
It's not going to happen 7 more times in 1 minute. Not on DM2. It's not going to happen 8 more times on DM2 in 1 minute. I don't know how Locktar lost that fight, to be honest. That was 1 more rocket he needed. Just in the general vicinity of Blood Dog. It didn't even need to be a direct hit. But speaking of direct hits, Locktar goes on down, and that is going to be him throwing in the towel for DM2. We will be going to a tiebreaker here. This is what we get when we do qualifiers and then groups and then qualifiers and then groups. Our semifinals end up being really good. It's exactly the right players we need here.
I think I hear him yelling off in the distance.
Well, you're going to hear a lot more of that in about 10 seconds. Tiebreaker coming up, which leaves Aerowalk, DM6, and DM4. Yeah, this could be DM4 for Locktar, unless it gets banned out. We're going to have to see if that happens. Whew. All right, time for me to update the scores. Because we've got 1 win each. Time for a tiebreaker. Whew. All right, are they going to be calling it here? Locktar is saying DM4, but it's tosses first. Did they already decide on it? Is it real? It is real. We are going to DM4. So on paper, this is Locktar's map. Let's see if Blood Dog can turn that around. Okay, all ready, and here we go.
I hear the sirens.
Very soon, very soon.
They're
1 more
calling
map,
me to
then
bed.
a grand final. We're going to do it. It is QHLAN tradition to do a little bit longer of a broadcast every night until we're dead. This is how it works.
That's why we're staying an extra day, right?
Yes, yes. For the funeral. All right, so Locktar down below here. Green armor and Mega. Not committed to the frag just yet because they know that the first one could mean 3 or 4 easily. And what's interesting about DM4, as always, is you have that initial red, and then there's not a whole lot to do if you can get in on that second red. Like Locktar can spam from the top if he wants, and he will. Oh, doing a little bit of damage as well. Of course, the red will negate that, and Blood Dog didn't even wait for the red. Does Locktar know that? Does he know it's still up? We just heard a pickup, though. Oh, Blood Dog is like delaying picking it up. We heard double oof. Yep, there's that
Now it's stuck in my head again, you brat.
So that was strangely clever from Blood Dog. Locktar was like, I know something's up, but I'm not sure exactly what. Oh, he didn't get the red. Okay. Locktar's still in the yellow. Trying to fake a drop. Yeah, 2 attempts. Yeah, they're going to know you're faking it. That's just the law.
Twice in a row? I think not.
I mean, so far,
Once.
Blood Dog's gotten just about every red armor. In fact, he has gotten every red armor. Oh. But we've got a silent pickup here from Locktar. Nicely done. Golf clap. As Locktar finally gets himself a sack, Blood Dog's going, hey, the red armor's gone.
That was mine. I reserved that.
Did you see what happened to the red armor? I blinked and it was gone. So Locktar pushing back into Mega. Kind of just baiting a fight from Blood Dog, really. There's so much like misinformation going on in this match. Nice. Just tossing out all the spam, but he's now out of rockets. I don't want to say that too loudly, but he's out of rockets.
What?
There we go.
No. No.
We don't need another one-cell situation from Blood Dog on Blood Run. But he's got some spam back under his britches. I don't know where you keep your spam, but yeah. Locktar pulling together his second frag pretty cleanly. He's only got the green. It's a slow spawn from Blood Dog. Nope. Yeah, he meant to do that. That was entirely intentional. Because now he's back here ready for the red.
When is it not intentional?
Blood Dog back through lower TP. And with the yellow. Nice fight. Bad spawn. And sometimes this is how DM4 do. Yeah. Locktar just channeling all the spawn gods he can to get a bit of a run against Blood Dog. And of course, I mean, you get way more of that in 2v2, but Locktar is making a very good stance for it, standing for it. 6.5 minutes left. Blood Dog will actually need an idea to turn this back around. I'm not sure if that teleporter constitutes an idea. A lot of armor getting taken. Blood Dog's going to be stacked up. Oh, is that still just green? Locktar wants to push in on it, but he feels something is up. Something is amiss.
He feels a tingling.
Yeah, Blood Dog's going to know it. He fakes the jump in. Looks for Blood Dog to come back out. Does double tap through the teleporter. Blood Dog's getting creative, but not effective. Big difference in this case. Hey, Zorak, welcome to the chat, by the way. Good to see you around, as always.
Locktar does some really good spam. It's just not hitting the mark.
It's okay. It doesn't really have to right now because Blood Dog is not touching him.
Well, Blood Dog's a gentleman. He asked for consent.
Yeah. I mean, this actually does look a lot like Locktar's house.
You know, it does, actually. It's just missing the winding staircase.
Very few right angles. Bizarrely low ceiling. Heated floors. Staircases that lead to rooms that you know probably had a purpose at some point, but now it's just a mystery.
You're not wrong.
And a little cubby hole that's absolutely pointless most days, yeah. All right.
Oh, the cubby hole is actually his computer room.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's why it's so dusty.
My Blood Dog finally getting on the board, but halfway through and 10 frags to pick up. I mean, at the pace of this and just the amount of awareness that Locktar has on some of these angle plays, I don't know. Blood Dog's going to be having to rub his prayer beads really hard. I just learned that prayer beads is not something you want to say at 4 in the morning and expect to be successful at it.
We know what kind of beads they were.
Sure, yeah. I mean, those are Locktar's, yeah.
Oh.
Always
I thought they were
wash.
the other teams.
Nope. All right, right, so Locktar looking for Blood Dog out of here. Yeah, and he's even trying to like fend this off with just a green armor. Doesn't have much choice. A lot of LG here. His LG's been fantastic all day. From sunrise to sunset and then some. He's been hovering between 35 and 40.
His LG is just insane, and for this map, it's great to have. Because you really need it when you're around here. When you're downstairs, it's really hard to get a rocket off on somebody.
I mean, I'm just waiting for Blood Dog to do something. Even die. I mean, even that would be moving the bar a little bit. Good damage coming out, and there's Blood Dog finally getting a rocket in. There it is. This could open everything up. Blood Dog able to get the one frag off in mid, but Locktar's got an LG back. This is not worth pushing. Not worth pushing Blood Dog. He's able to take some health back as well as red armor. He's going to be a lot weaker coming out of the TP, but he's here. He's alive. One more rocket would do it. Just shoot the man. 3 HP, and he's alive. He wasn't thinking that shotgun would be quite enough for it. There we go. Oh, and he manages to get the telefrag as well. 6 to 13. This is now a map. VTech just kicked in, yo.
Ooh.
But Locktar doesn't need a whole lot of effort to turn things back around.
That last cup of coffee kicked in, and I think he's going for the crash.
Well, 27 health for Locktar. Still could be trouble. We go from 1 oof to 2 oof. With Blood Dog just now coming through the teleporter. Nice. And yeah, this is going to be all of Blood Dog's momentum, if you want to call it that, being taken out from under him. But Blood Dog's still here. 30 HP for him. Locktar shotgunning him on down.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can stand there. And nobody ever looks there, so sometimes they don't see you. You're not hiding. You're in plain sight.
That's what hiding in plain sight means.
Is that really? Okay, yeah. All right, I get it now. All right, there's the fake, but I mean, you fake a drop after 3 jump attempts, they're gonna know what's up. It's one thing to hear it's another thing to hear You know, some of the deception kind of goes away at that point. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. And Locktar will be moving into the grand final by the look of it. Unless something absolutely ballistic happens here in the final minute.
I mean, it is.
If that is indeed the case, it's going to be a full oak final. Oh. Something absolutely ballistic happening. I didn't mean that, Blood Dog. Not what I intended. So this is appropriate because these are the 2 players who have to drive back in the morning. So, yes, they have to play the final. Best of 5. This is what they get for trying to leave the LAN early.
Yes. Yes.
Just punishment. Everybody else gets the rest except them. All right, so yeah, this is going to be at Locktar moving on forward. Fantastic matches from all around. I mean, we've seen paces of maps in this tournament that we don't generally see. We've seen really fast DM2s, really slow DM4s, everything in between on Blood Run, all during the same match even. Yeah, it's a trick that works once, generally, per match, per
he
year,
needed to hide on the other side, not where he was going to come out. GG.
That is it.
Yes, it's going to end at 5 a.m.
Blood Dog is out of there. Yes, it is going to end at 5 a.m. Can confirm. That is what's going to happen. So, guys, we've got the grand final coming up here very, very shortly. We're going to take a little bit of a breather just to let everybody kind of flex their muscles, walk around a little bit, get some fresh air or unfresh air, as the case may be. And when we come back, a best-of-5 grand final between BPS and Locktar. Before I let you get away, let me go ahead and update that bracket so you can see what that looks like, because I put a lot of work into it and I want you to see it.
I don't feel like they deserve a break. Let's just go.
I deserve a break is what I'm saying. So we're going to do that very quickly. BPS and Locktar And then tomorrow, we're going to have 4v4 draft. I don't know how many teams we're going to have, but it's going to be a good, fine day. Plenty of 4v4 to be had. E1, M2, DM3, the works.
What time are we starting tomorrow?
To be determined, but we will be starting the grand final in just about 5 minutes. Finally, we are here. We're ready for the grand final. We've got BPS, we've got
Jahar,
Locktar. Yeah.
I have bad news.
What? I don't need any bad news.
It's best of 7.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Shut up. Shut your face. and everybody was expecting you to hit somebody in the face for suggesting that that they also play the bronze tonight. I think we're going to do the bronze tomorrow. We're going to be doing 4v4 draft tomorrow. We won't have too many teams, so I think we're going to have plenty of time for finishing up some duel. But these two guys are going to be driving before too long because they got to work on Monday. Adults.
Morvis misses him. That's an honest fact. Needs
Sure,
to get back to Morvis.
Fine. But let's take one more look at our playoff bracket. Who we've waved goodbye to, or at least good night to. Paradox out, Blood Dog out, Greco, Barisi, Dev, Link, giving us fantastic games throughout the entire day. But it all comes down to Team Oak versus the rest of Team Oak, BPS and Locktar. And as we take a quick look here, yeah, I think we're going to be in for a good one. It's going to be best of 5. DM4 is going to be the home of Locktar. Aerowalk, the home of BPS. And everything else is going to be a little bit of a toss-up, I would say. DM2, by these numbers, Locktar is much happier there, but we might not even see it if BPS really doesn't want to play it. But what I'm going to do is tell them that I'm ready, because we are. Best of 5.
We're ready?
Yeah. I don't know if we're doing DM4 first.
My heart be
We are
still.
here, though. Let's see what happens. Nope, we're going to DM6. Really? DM6 for the first map. Okay. They do tosses first? Really? All right, we're going to DM6 first map. Fine. All right, in game we go. BPS is saying go. There we go. Go indeed. All right, it's been a long day. It all comes down to this. Happy to see everybody out there supporting. Everybody who's still awake.
Thank you all so much for staying awake with us. It's been absolutely insane, but so worth it, and you know it has been. And I mean, it's only like, what, 9:30 over in the States?
Sure.
Central.
All right, so BPS, no real items out of the gate. I don't even think he's going to have a play on Mega. Locktar is going to have everything here, including LG. So yeah, that's a solid frag for him. BPS actually spawns mid-donut, but he's going to get punched right in the donut hole once again. Did he steal that red? Did he get that? Yes, he did. He spawned and just ran away with it. 2 solid frags for Locktar might mean nothing. Oh, all right, 3 solid frags from Locktar might mean a lot, actually. That last rocket just decimating BPS out of nowhere.
He's got a pretty good stack going on. Locktar, that is.
Gold final. Thank you, chat. Keeping me honest. Because it's 4:30 in the fucking morning. There we go.
It's not about you being honest. It's about you being able to pay enough attention.
Sure. We try. Thank you, Zigzag. 1 minute knocked off. 4 frags knocked off of BPS. Locktar looking very strong here. Just not at, the moment where he's got just the green and 22 health. It's a brave place to stand for a guy with 22 HP.
Well, I mean, we both know he's a very, very brave man.
I mean, getting frags in this map can sometimes mean you don't know whether fragging them is going to be helping you or helping them. In this case, this last frag, BPS has taken a lot of advantage on. Taking that red armor back. But Locktar's still at 4 frags. Just go ahead and hurt yourself. It's fine. The teleporter was looking at you funny anyway. Mega's there. If you want a Mega, you can take it. You don't have to. All right. La-di-da. Go get it. We have to assume that BPS is going to be back on the red. And 4 frags for Locktar. He's got access to rockets. He's got plenty of cells here. And he's going to burn right through that red armor. 42% on his LG at the moment. Fantastic shots, fantastic damage. And this is going to give him control right back into it. BPS is going to be stuck at square one. If Locktar goes back to red, there we go. Nice, nice.
I do like that glitch. I'm glad they kept it.
It's, yeah, it's a very bizarre and edge case kind of bug. It's the kind of thing that would show up in any map with an LG and a platform like that. But of TB5 and even of a lot of dual maps, this is the only map where those two things are true. So it only happens here. It's not the DM6 bug. It's a entity bug, but the two entities it depends on, a lightning gun and a platform like that, they only happen here. So, yeah.
Well, is it the only one that slides like that? Do we know if any Kenya maps do it?
Oh, I mean, undoubtedly there are, and there are many who kind of set that up intentionally, but you can't escape it in TB5, but BPS might be able to escape Locktar pretty soon if he keeps the damage up. But Locktar's got 10 frags in the lead. He's back here on the red armor. That was a window of opportunity for BPS, a window that is now largely closed. Good damage, but Locktar can shrug it off now.
I think I just saw coffee go by.
I think I smelled coffee go by. Them's fighting smells at this hour. 4 minutes knocked off the clock. How are we 4 minutes in already? It feels like this DM6 just started.
Yes, yes it does.
But Locktar has been so decisive here. BPS hasn't been able to put it together. Do we know who actually called this? I've got tiny font. Let me see if I could scroll it. Dark Zone. BPS actually called it. Okay. Interesting. And Locktar is completely locking him out. So there's going to be another red coming back up. Locktar just doing the rounds, making sure that nobody suspicious is afoot. But there's a rocket jump from BPS to steal that red.
Is Locktar proving that this is actually his home and not Paradox's?
Locktar is a citizen of the world. Wherever he is home.
You're right. Never mind. I'll be quiet with my little conspiracies.
Which is what he says when we find him under an overpass. From time to time. He's just getting away from himself, clearing his head. But right now, I mean, he's playing this perfectly. I mean, BPS is making some steals, but Locktar is still finding a good way to fight him, either in mid or directly on the red itself. Plenty of decent movement. I'm sure that drop was intentional. Surely. All right, Mega's going to be back up, and this could be a double grab for Locktar. The key indicator that you are, as the kids say, dunking on your opponent by taking both the red and the Mega. But BPS wants this next red. He's looking at it. He's pining for it.
And Locktar let it go.
Yep.
For Mega.
That's fine. Oh, my God. What?
He was almost crucified. He said, not today, sir. Not today.
Completely blind shots. 2 explosives out of the gate. BPS wondering where the fuck his stack just went. Absolutely nasty.
I know I had stack. Now, where did it go?
That was disgusting. BPS with not a single frag on the board. Not even a frag suicide situation. Just no frags. We could see it happen here if BPS wants to play the teleporter game. Yep, there it is. It's going to be the LG. BPS
and
making that 2. But 17 frags? That is a very tall order to pick up in 3 minutes on any map, really, especially here in DM6. Oof, okay. I mean, Locktar's not exactly playing too cagey yet. He's still fighting as if he can get in on this red. BPS still has all the red in the world. Like, he is stacked to the teeth here. Does Locktar have access to a Mega? Nope, just the green armor.
And I will say, you don't want to meet BPS in a corridor in a room when he's stacked.
Yeah.
Never ends
I mean,
nicely.
I mean, he's a nice guy, but you know, it might not go well for you.
So is Locktar.
Yeah. All right, so BPS, he's got Mega, he's got red. What he doesn't have is an angle on Locktar. He's expecting Locktar to actually push him here. Not going to be happening. Locktar is just happy with the lead that he's got. He's going to make the most of it. BPS is not exactly being sneaky here either. He kind of announced his entrance with that grenade. And Locktar down below is able to escape back into mid with BPS getting that armor.
After watching as much Quake World as I have been, I thought that the grenades were knocks on the door.
Oh, they can be.
Can I come in?
Sometimes it's much more than that. That's a beautiful thing. Yep. So BPS going back on the chase. Locktar actually showing some really cerebral play. And there's the telefrag. Well, I should say a telefrag. He's going to need a lot more than that. All right, Locktar. I don't know if he's been in this situation before. Oh, another telefrag in under 30 seconds. What? Okay, 10 frags. If Locktar keeps, like, running around, like, he doesn't have a map to lose here. Yo, the entire, like, thesis of this map is that you can take a lead and then defend that lead for a long time with relatively little resources because the way the map is constructed and the items are placed.
Oh.
There we go. All right. Don't deny what DM6 is all about, Locktar. What? What is that? Get off my shaft.
Hey, what if you wanted to write it?
Oh. Let's play the telefrag game. Or just the I shoot you with the shotgun game. That's my favorite. Courtney loved that game. Oh, a little bit of telefrag right back at you. All right, so this time we can actually cheer Locktar telefragging BPS. It's a good thing now in this context.
I just can't with you some days.
All right, so 38 seconds, and this has actually been a fairly quick DM6, it feels like. But that's just because, like, Locktar got an early lead, and despite his best efforts, never lost it.
I feel like they're trying to teach me how to do bunny hopping.
This is the best map for learning how to do bunny hopping. All you need is the donut and one button. It's easy. Almost as easy as Locktar makes DM6 look. But that is going to be the last DM6 we see tonight. So if you weren't sick of DM6 already, well, you're in luck. All these telefrags, 26 to 10. Just playing Rochambeau with the teleporter. That's going to be one map down, taken by Locktar. And we're very quickly be moving into the next one. I mean, this isn't really like a favorite map for either of them. DM2 might very well be. I'm going to go ahead and update the score. Making sure that everything is nice and accurate and correct.
Yes,
in
just
approximately that
two
order.
pop-ups.
Yeah, exactly. So going into DM2, a favorite of mine, for sure. And we're going to be seeing Locktar one map up in this best of 5 series.
We'll see if he can figure out if he wants to be in or out.
This time. That barely got him through in the last series, so let's see what happens here. All right, so Red's distributed. It's a very collectivist map. It's the red armor for everybody. Locktar down below with the yellow armor, just trying to... What mode do you think this is, Locktar? This is duel. Okay, all right, fine. It's on DMM4. But he's still able to put the frag together, knocking off BPS's red. And indeed his life.
Woo.
For the next...
I just saw my life
right
go in
yep.
front of my eyes.
Yep. Locktar hitting back in on this yellow armor. Nope, it's not there. Not just yet. Is top mega there? No, it's not. So not a lot of resources that Locktar can take easily. Now Locktar's going to be looking for a cleaner way out. BPS can still push this if he wants. He's going to do some damage, but he's not going to cross the threshold. He's going to be waiting back here at the rocket launcher and taking away Secret Red, denying a lot of resources to Locktar. Smart stuff out of BPS. This guy,
he can sit.
Yeah, he can think. He's a thinker, this one. Just taking the train over.
I don't want nothing to do with that train. That's a dangerous train, and we all know
it. It's a funky train.
That's going to Funky Town.
All right, so Locktar taking away that red, and just BPS chasing after him like a lovesick puppy who you shoot in the face. Don't carry that analogy too far. Every analogy has its limits. unlike Locktar, it seems. I'm even remembering how he was playing 2 years ago, and I know like these tournaments and these LANs don't come around every weekend, but he is actually, I would say, improved from what we saw from him 2 years ago. He's definitely playing a very different kind of game these days.
What kind of game would you call it?
Thinking sometimes.
Huh.
Thinking, kinda. All right, but Locktar up 2 frags on DM2 is plenty. BPS is still on the chase. He's got him up against the corner. Sneaking in more rockets, and Locktar is stuck at 1 HP. Don't fall in the lava now. That would be embarrassing for everybody involved.
But it would entertain me. Oh, Mega's up there too.
All right, so Locktar. Secret Red's going to be his in a moment, but BPS sneaking in from behind. Locktar says, fine, I didn't want that red armor anyway. I didn't want any red armor. Nope, not this one either. Is he going to go through TP, or is he again at 1 HP? What? He can't keep getting away with it, and he very nearly did. BPS took that rocket on the chin before getting that frag back. Back up on Secret Red. And Locktar goes down. That's going to even things up.
I think Locktar learned from his mistake last time he played this map about the in or the out.
You realize that these guys have to drive back together tomorrow. It's like a 15-hour drive. And they have to remain friends after this final.
They'll be fine. They've been doing this to each other for years.
I just feel bad for the third party on the car, really.
She'll be fine. She'll just laugh at him.
4 minutes knocked off, tied up here 2-2. Good job, BPS. Good shot. A+.
I mean, the easiest face to hit is your own.
Absolutely, always.
Especially with
It's
rockets.
right there in front of you.
One of the only 2 weapons in Quake World.
Of course. There's even less than that here in in DM2. There's no LG here, of course.
Actually, there is one more weapon here.
Yeah. But
Lava.
Lava plays its own rules.
Lava always wins. Lava doesn't appreciate...
Oh, BPS diving in on this. He knew Locktar was down there. Made it a close range fight. And they both walk away bruised, shattered, slightly embarrassed. Soiled. But BPS with 7 HP and Secret Red. Is it going to be wise to come into big right now? It's going to go for top mega. All right, so this is just, all right. You stay on your side of the map. I'm going to stay on mine. And we're going to be fine. We'll meet again in a few minutes, but we're still tied here 2-2.
Man, everything's spawning.
I'm not sure what Locktar really wanted to accomplish with that grenade. And I think Locktar ended up taking more damage there. Okay, now he's still fine. And he's actually, Locktar's camping. Locktar is camping. Never seen it in my life. I don't know. It's bizarre to me. But when you've played against somebody like BPS for as many years as you have to keep coming up with new tricks. It's not even a question of whether you can come up with new tricks. You have to. Still tied 2-2. DPS thinking, if I don't move, maybe he'll come down the lift. But do I want that? It's a lot of free damage that BPS did there. Locktar can still get Secret Red, so they're still going to be even on the stack. BPS is inviting Locktar into a fight on big. Let's have it out right here, right now. Nope, never mind. I regret everything. Locktar taking the frag back, taking the lead. 4 minutes to play. Will the 1 frag be enough? Well, Secret Red is going to say, yeah, maybe. That certainly does help. Yeah, oh no. There's the spawn frags that Locktar has been so desperately looking for.
It just doesn't, it's not easy to happen on this map. It's just, the spawn gods have to smile on you.
It's a big map. All of your weapons are explosive. Self-damage is apparent. The stairs are awkward to get splash damage on. Sometimes your rocket jumps fuck up, but you still get that second mega. So BPS only has the 1 red to depend on.
That's the sound I make when I go down that hallway.
I think after this, I'm just going to change all my phone message sounds to Quake Pain sounds.
You're just doing that
You
when
know
I
what?
call you, isn't it?
It's been years of me using the Quake 2 like chat beep. I think I need to change it up a little bit here. We're getting the Gibbs sound. We're getting We're getting ugh. And we're getting whatever sound BPS is about to make.
My goodness, the admin's getting a little excited there in chat.
Yeah, Locktar, don't get too crazy there. All right, so 2.5 minutes, 3 frags in lead for Locktar. He's got to know how precious this is. He has to hold on to this lead, cherish it, nurture it, let it grow, let it be free. Or else Locktar will have to stay free. Mega taken. This fight in big should be a big success for Locktar. BPS is still alive somehow, and they kill each other. Locktar spawns back red. BPS back here in mid. And yeah, okay, that's going to be a freebie for Locktar. But he's going to need to get some real armor back, starting with yellow. Thank you, Jesus. Provider of yellow armor. And
Press
red
and
armor.
you press and you shall receive.
Well, you press for yellow armor, you shoot for red armor. Oh, Locktar's grenade almost doing a ton of damage. BPS is sticking in that corner.
Oh my
no,
God.
BPS, he'll like that.
Oh, that
Locktar
was quite a
that.
juggle.
Oh, look at that. Getting stuck on the floor. This is Quake Champions. Another frag suicide. Mutually assured destruction. But Locktar, 1 minute, 20 seconds to play. I heard the one jump from BPS. That was enough for that shot. Beautifully done. This should be a frag. No, BPS is still alive. He's able to get into secret red. Barely alive here. One minute to play. And this could be Locktar turning things back around for him here. He never really let go of this one either, so this could be 2 wins for Locktar, putting him in match points. I wonder if the bet right now is, if I win, you drive.
You drive all the way home.
You drive all the way home, every 15 hours of it. Old people don't put money on the table for Quake matches. They put responsibilities on the table.
Yes, they do.
All right, but BPS is still working it here. Or just getting worked.
That was quite some boomstick working.
But we're going to be going into a 3rd map. And match point for Locktar. I'm not even looking at the game anymore. Nothing's going to stick BPS now. Nothing.
Oh.
I mean, it's 3-9.
It is, and spawn frags are just hard to come by in this.
Yeah, and Locktar actually got that run that gave him like 3 of those frags. So very close game. Came down to the wire.
So close.
The wire was just several minutes ago. So that's 2 down. And just a couple more to go. Potentially. It's going to be Arrowwalk, so this should be a BPS map. Should be a BPS map.
Jahar?
Yeah.
In 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to be 5 a.m.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Here we go. We've got Arrowwalk.
Oh, look, the Spud Hunter's back.
Hey. He does sleep sometimes, it seems. All right, BPS. Dropping down for Mega, and no contest this time. Locktar's going to have the red. An explosive beginning in BPS. He doesn't have an LG to make this happen with, but he's going to have plenty of rockets. By plenty, I mean 6. By plenty, I mean 5. Dodging that one out. And coming back over the top for the next red. Locktar's got to be there.
These dodges just astound me. Just moments of silence.
Oh, that grenade opened everything up. Locktar eating 2 frags. Make that 3. Locktar still, he came back. Why would you come back? Just wanted a little bit more damage. Thought one more shot could do it. One more shot-itis does indeed afflict Quake World players as much as anybody else. It is a global condition. If you have a friend or loved one with one more shot-itis, please contact your physician immediately for a hefty dose of calm the fuck down and run away. Locktar down 6-0 in 1 minute.
Can't do anything with that.
Because this is BPS's house.
Yes, it is. And I thought, you know, that Locktar would be very familiar with BPS's house after all these years.
You would think, but all he's getting familiar with is the spanking he's getting.
He's just simply asking where the bathroom is, and all he's getting is rockets and LG to the face.
All right, we're going to be looking for Locktar to kind of break the stride here and go on his own run. I mean, compared to DM6 or DM2, you get one frag, it could turn into several very quickly, but right now BPS is just restacking into the monster that he is here on Aerowalk. It is startling how different BPS is on Aerowalk compared to any other map. It's like he sees these particular shades of brown, and he just unlocks some kind of Zen Buddha state inside of him. The brown state.
Some might even call it the brown note.
Yeah, that's all you're hearing in Aerowalk.
At
I don't know
least
what it is.
It's only when you hear BPS coming around the corner.
All right, so Locktar. Oh, almost getting pummeled in the ground. I think BPS was waiting for the gravity kill there. Where's the axe, BPS? Where's the axe?
He no longer has questions to ask.
But finally, Locktar, because Aerowalk is a gracious mistress, is able to get a red armor, but not for very long. He's got one frag on the board, however, it's in the negative direction. 12 to -1.
BPS is doing as he teaches his children, to share and be kind. And then punish
Sure.
you for taking his red.
Yeah, yeah.
Just saying.
You don't touch Daddy's red armor.
It's for big boys.
And jury is still out on whether or not Locktar is one of those. But BPS, I mean, this is, it wouldn't utterly surprise me if Locktar, like, wants to just get on with Aerowalk and move on with his life somewhere else. But he knows that this is BPS's moment to really flex and show off. So this is comradeship and love being shared between them. It says, you want to look cool in Aerowalk, you think that's what gives you value, BPS, okay, I'll give that to you. Because honestly it does. I mean, it's quite the spectacle.
He's repaying the kindness.
Yeah, like in it, this says this is 21 years of Aerowalk.
Only 21 years? Oh yeah, it is young.
Yeah, more or less, yeah. December 97.
Yeah, it's a young one.
Oof. BPS showing that he is indeed the son of a preacher man. 4 minutes, but honestly, like, time is becoming just a fluid concept to Locktar. He's just wondering when the hurting is going to stop.
When did I blink and it was almost over 6 minutes?
Yeah. This is just bizarre. It just feels like several parts of BPS's brain actually, I can't decide if they activate or shut down, and he just becomes an Aerowalk machine. Every spawn point, every angle, every movement trick in the book, BPS has it down. Back into red. Just in time. Nicely done. I mean, we could just keep saying every single time BPS does something that's hot shit and takes down Locktar, but Locktar finally getting back up to a solid 0.
Dead.
0, yeah. 0 is better than -1.
It really is.
I'll take it.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
Against BPS playing like this, I'd take any frag I could get.
Well, I mean, really, BPS should be doing, like, UPS commercials.
Always delivers.
I know he's Swedish, always delivers, but also what can Brown do for you? Turns out quite a bit in BPS's case. Do they still use that slogan? It's an awful slogan. I couldn't believe it was real when I first heard it. It's just the worst thing ever. What kind of PR company pitched that? And then they were like, yeah, sure, that's a good slogan. We'll stick with that. What can Brown do for you?
Oh.
That's just awful. My God, this is just, yeah. Strap in, everybody. Enjoy the show, enjoy the ride.
I got my seatbelt on.
Live and die vicariously through Locktar. Mostly dying.
Is he once more a second night the sacrificial lamb?
Just like I don't think we saw Paradox lose a single DM6 this entire tournament, we sure as shit haven't seen BPS lose a single arrow walk.
This is his castle.
It's just absolutely insane. 3.5 minutes of this glorified, unedited frag video. All we need is some infected mushroom in the background, and we're good to go. We could just call it a night at this point, at least for the next few minutes. I would have to say Return to the Sauce.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe a little bit of a Pretty Pink Nightmare.
That's really what QHLAN 2019 feels like. Is a lot of people kind of coming out of retirement, or at least out of a long sabbatical.
Oh, we saw the axe.
Yep.
He has questions.
No connection. And really just plugging themselves right back into the game, back into the scene, back into high-level competition, and showing you what 20 years of the same fucking 5 maps can do for you.
We just got word from the stream that dueling BPS is really one of the top 10 most painful minutes of a life.
Yeah, at some point you kind of become numb to it. But BPS losing 2 frags to Locktar, so good for Locktar. 2 frags. That's really
three, actually.
You know,
No,
Locktar,
3.
good for you. Yeah, you're right. 3 frags. Yeah.
Don't downplay his frags.
Yep.
Oh, Daddy's mad you took his red. But can he do another?
All right, final 2 minutes, and yeah, this is just going to be more of the same. Locktar just, yeah, come get me. Yeah, it's fine. It is uncanny watching what BPS does on this map. Absolutely illegal.
Wait, are we breaching TOS?
The only thing I feel bad about, no, not yet. And if we were, it wouldn't be this. The only thing I feel bad about is that we didn't get to see Milton versus BPS on Arrowwalk.
Yeah.
I think we could all shed a tear for that. Conserving energy, my ass. Milton was scared of this map against BPS. I need to look through some of the stats. I'm not sure what the last time BPS lost in Arrowwalk was. Well, final minutes, 6 on 36. And it isn't Locktar's fault. Remember that, Locktar. This isn't your fault. You couldn't have known.
Yes, he could have.
I guess he could have watched literally any other match ever.
Well, how long has he known BPS for? Like 21 years already? BPS probably learned how to do the swamping in that 21 years on Locktar.
All right, so that means we're going to have a map up for BPS, but is it going to be his one and only? Locktar, of course, is still on match point with 2 maps under his belt. We are going to be going into a 4th map in this Best of 5 series, milking the LAN for everything it's worth. Including ourselves. Final frag, 41-7. Fantastic showing from BPS.
GG.
An exhibition within a final. All right. A little bit more of an update of Rooney to go here for me. There we go. 150. It's the people who matter. We don't do it we do it for you. You're the only viewer who matters, Paradox. Yeah. We're not here for the EPing. All right, map 4 coming up. Gold final indeed. Mostly got this shit together, and looks like we're going to from BPS's house to Locktar's house. It's going to be DM4 for map 4. Let's get into it.
They planned this out just so they could do all 5 maps, didn't they?
Well, I mean, if Locktar can pull this together, then it won't be 5 maps. Here we go. First frag going to Locktar. Holding on to a little bit of this red armor, but it's going to be quickly traded off. BPS taking it back. Ooh, BPS getting really aggressive and taking that mega back, but that mega is gone. This LG out of Locktar, absolutely insane. Completely shutting down BPS, saying, that's That's not a very polite way to start off DM4. All right. Nine minutes to play here. 9 minutes to survive this absolute meat grinder of a map. But Locktar showing some of his 2v2 strats, 2v2 positions here, rocketing and grenading from below. You heard double drop. No play through the teleporter just yet. BPS wanting to avoid the easy damage. And Locktar going back here for a mega. So if BPS leaves the teleporter, that's going to be one thing, but he's still down there. He's not coming out. Link is such a bad influence. It's tied. Here's the critical thing. I very much doubt BPS is going to, of his own free will, murder himself down there at the red armor. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think I hear giggles from Link. He is very proud of himself right now.
The thing that defines one class of player from another is not killing yourself completely unprovoked. With no assistance or encouragement whatsoever.
Stop talking about my gameplay, Jahar.
Locktar just keeps throwing grenades down there. BPS is actually sitting down at the red armor, just like counting on his fingers. Okay, 1 grenade, 2 grenade, 3 grenade. Calculating in the respawn timer for the ammo pickups and how much max ammo Locktar actually has. And extrapolating from those numbers, if I wait here for approximately 4 minutes, then when I leave, Locktar will have 3 grenades.
Oh.
But there's another pickup. BPS is back on through with the red. And BPS is just standing on the bridge, just eating all the damage. It's fine. I could go back and get a yellow. I mean, that was a lot of damage traded off. Locktar coming back in for the 50. And saying a little bit of fuck you to each other across the map. Fuck you, no fuck you. Fuck you.
Jahar, they're sending love letters.
Sure, yeah. Love nails.
Well, that's how I thought you said you love somebody. You nail them to a wall.
All right, so 3 minutes knocked off, and somehow still we're at 2v2. DPS getting stuck here in the yellow armor, yeah.
You just had to say something.
Yeah, hearing the armor pickup without the oof was a good opportunity for Locktar. Back in here. DPS down. Locktar starting to feel his zone in his house. He's not able to style as much as BPS does in Airwalk, but this is because DM4 is more of a thinking man's map, really. Sometimes you just have to take what you can get. Oh, it's a lot of damage coming from BPS. But it allows Locktar to get out of the teleporter safely. Catching BPS midair with the LG. There we go. See? Thinking man's game. As in, I think he's going to do something silly. I'm going to punish him for it.
Do you think he's going to hide on that ledge again?
It would take some confidence here. That against BPS, he might not be able to afford. But frags are frags. Getting close to the halfway point. Locktar's going to be looking for yellow. BPS losing out on all that mega. Ooh, beautiful rocket frag to take him down off the spawn. Useless fact. The last Airwalk BPS lost was on 9th of July versus Speedball. Speedball, really? Okay, cool. So it was a while back. Must have been a fluke.
He must have been ill.
And thank you, Impulse 255. So, good shit.
You have to understand, there's only 2 weapons.
There's only 2 weapons. All they use is a lightning grenade and a rocket. Yeah, that is all they use.
Wait, do we count the grenades as a weapon?
Yeah, it's a lazy rocket.
Oh,
a rocket with no aspirations.
And I mean, you don't even need a railgun because your rockets will meet them first.
Whoa. I know I've said Quake 2 a lot, but I haven't uttered the words, well, railgun, until now. Them's fighting words around these parts. But 10 on 2.
I figured we could sleep in separate beds.
BPS does indeed have some opportunity here to burn off some of this armor and force the fight against Locktar. Locktar coming back over the top. BPS saw it. punished it, but could not capitalize on it. 4 seconds to red, and Locktar's not even waiting for it. He doesn't care.
Somebody whisper into BPS's ear that he has to drive all the way home by just, you know, no help. He might pick right back up.
Locktar just baiting a fight, but what does it mean when you're baiting a fight when you have, like, no armor whatsoever? Is that bravery or just something else? BPS getting that frag back. Dangerous. Locktar goes down. 6 frags. This map has just opened up for no good reason. Locktar didn't need to leave that red armor up. BPS has got his own now. Locktar playing from the ammo room. Really playing the staircase a lot. We heard the oof. Is he back out? Nope. He's still back here, burning some of the clock. Go away. Go away.
I just want in there.
What? Oh, he stuck out under him. Oh, he managed to make the sneak. Nicely done. Locktar gets the frag back. If not armor controlled just yet. BPS is back here with red, and this LG again is just tearing him apart, Lisa.
Spoons.
So Locktar, been in the danger zone there for a minute, but that is going to be a burned off minute with no real extra effect for BPS.
So if you do 2 jumps and then it oof,
Yeah.
and then another jump?
Then they know it's fake. If they just hear an oof, then it might be fake. You might have got it right the first time. If they hear no oof, it might still be fake. Everything could be fake in this room.
It's a room of lies, I see.
Yes. All right, Locktar, feeling good. Being able to play out from the ammo room like it was, and sneaking out under BPS, right under his generously sized nose. It's quite the feat. And so with 2.5 minutes, BPS has got to be doing some quick math in his head. If I don't wreck him now, then I won't at all. And these spawn frags from Locktar are just making that a sheer impossibility at this point. BPS in the real danger zone now. But unfortunately for BPS, he can't leave just yet. He's stuck in this room with Locktar for 2 more minutes. Well, he could leave, but you know, we would point and laugh.
Yes, yes, we would.
It's 5 in the morning. Fuck me.
It is almost 5:15 in the morning.
All right. Which means we'll be definitely looking forward to 4v4 tomorrow, but I think it's safe to say.
And the bronze match?
Oh, all right. So some teleporter play. But 15 frags, I don't know. Locktar's weak. He's going to go down. He immediately goes through the teleporter at red armor. Come on, man. I said this was a thinking man's map. Well, he's able to get the shotgun frag off anyway. I don't know why he got that frag or how, but he managed to put it together. And now BPS is going to be the one waiting down below. Not much more time to wait, though. Final minutes of this grand final of the duel tournament here at QHLAN 2019. And I think this might be QHLAN history. I don't think Locktar's actually won a duel tournament at QHLAN ever. He's been coming here for years and years and years. For a while, you had to kind of scroll down the page to find where he placed in the duel. And now he's right there at the top. That's got to feel good. But I'm sure at this point, he doesn't feel much at all. Except the need for a pillow.
Oh
And maybe
God,
a shoulder
pillow?
rub. Yeah.
They have those here?
Yeah. Locktar. Being able to bring it back home on DM4. Oh, that's all right. It's a commemorative lava death. It's just for the ceremony of it, really. You have to dive in right before you win. And win indeed, Locktar has.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful show.
Yep, we hear GG's out. 26-12, final score of our very grand final. Nicely done.
Oh.
We did it. We did it.
Oh, we get another applause.
All right. All right, guys. Bronze match tomorrow. I think we're going to be doing that at some point. 4v4 draft, more QHLAN coming your way. That's going to be Sunday. And then Monday, of course, we're going to be doing DMM4 and whatever else we feel like. I'm going to try not to say that sleep, but we're here to, again, play as much Quake as humanly possible, no matter what the health risks are.
Yep, and we helped Unday make it to stay awake for his flight this morning.
Technically, he wasn't going to come at all.
Is he coming tomorrow?
No, he wasn't going to come, like, at all.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
we
yeah.
convinced him to fly over, and then he got arrested, so we got Andy arrested.
I'll put that on my resume.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, this is your friend in the neighborhood, Jahar, and you, and Rotten Rose. Do you have a slogan? I stole my slogan, obviously. It's not new or original.
I never thought of one because, you know, I'm a rotten rose.
Because she doesn't steal, yeah. Well, thank you, guys, and we will see you tomorrow in less than 12 hours, in about 10 hours, actually. So not a whole lot of time. In the blink of an eye or two, we'll be back here with 4v4 right here in the heart of Denmark.
Sweetest
Everybody,
of dreams.
have a great night.